Do you have 2 hours and 2 charm packs? If you do, put together our charming Christmas quilt. It comes in 2 sizes and it's a completely free pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. And in this Shortcut Quilt series, all you need are 2 charm packs, some thread, and a Creative Grids ruler that's at least 5 inches wide, and a background fabric. Today I'm going to use Aurifil 2021, and I'm using some BasicGrey Christmas fabric. Super easy pattern, so let me show you how easy it is. So super easy, we're going to be making some half square triangles, and since we're using charm packs, we're going to do it a little bit different than we normally do. You're going to take a background fabric G and a charm pack square, put them right sides together, and you have the little jagged edges on the edge, and you're just going to ignore those. Draw a line on the wrong side of your lighter fabric. You can do it on either. If you put it on your lighter fabric, it's easier to see when you get to your sewing machine, but you can do it on either. So I draw a line with a Frixion pen. It will disappear when you iron it off later. And what you'll do is go to your sewing machine and stitch directly on that line. It will look just like this. You're going to trim a 1/4 inch away from that stitched line, and then you're going to discard this. So we're going to take this and press it open, and this is your half square triangle. That's how it looks pressed open, and you're going to make 12. Now we're going to just build your tree, and the most important thing is to label all of your background rectangles and squares, because when you're building your rows, it's easy to get them mixed up, and then your quilt will be wavy instead of straight. So you're going to take 2 half square triangles, and on your first row, you're going to add fabric C rectangles to the side. And when you're stitching these, my most important thing would be to pin. So when you're piecing, pin at the bottom of the half square triangle, and when you get to the top, if you look, you can just make sure everything lines up just like that, and pin, and that way when you stitch right here and you press according to your pattern, your points will be really nice. So that is your first row. As you can see, this is super beginner. We're going to be building our second row. You want to make sure that your half square triangle is the correct way. So it's building a tree, and you can kind of visualize that. You're going to stitch these together using a 1/4 inch seam, and then use a fabric D on either side. And one thing that you can do with this grunge, it's kind of hard to see which is the front and which is the back. When you cut your fabric into rectangles, what you can do is then make a stack and put them all face up, and then put your Alphabitty on top. And if you do that, then you're always working with the right side, because that can kind of be difficult to see. And then this is what your second row looks like. For your third row, you're going to be using fabric E rectangles, 2 half square triangles, and 2 charm packs. And again, visualize your tree going up. Stitch these together. Add the E at the left and right, and you will have your third row, and we're almost halfway done building rows. So I thought it would be good for you to visually see how, when you're building your tree, the tree goes up. And this is all super beginner. This is your 4th row. It's going to use F. Your 5th row uses H. And your 6th row just uses charm packs and half square triangles. So just build one of each, and we will move to the trunk. And then of course we saved the easiest for last. Your trunk will use 2 fabric B rectangles and a fabric A, and now we can build our tree. To put your quilt center together, you're going to put all of your rows we just built together, and I'm going to give you some tips. What I like to do is take your rows, fold them in half, and mark the center with a pin first. And then when you're putting your rows together, match your centers. So just take your 2 pins, put them together, and pin. I think pinning is super important. And then you will pin at the very beginning, the very end, and then however many pins you think in between. I like to go about every 3 inches. I can go faster when I sew, the more pins I have. So just pin as much as you think. This is kind of how mine will look. And then once you pin, you can sew all of your rows together and your quilt center will be done. This is how your quilt center looks. Once that's done, you're going to add fabric eye rectangles to the left and right for your sides. Press. Then add your top and border fabric J's. For your side borders, you're going to put together 9 fabric A squares, super easy. You're going to make 2 side middle borders. Then you will put together 11 fabric A squares for your top and bottom middle border. You'll make 2 of those. Then you will attach your side middle borders, press, and add your top and bottom middle border and press. Once you've got your middle borders down, you're going to add your side outer borders and then your top and bottom outer borders, and in 2 hours you have a cute quilt. The best thing about the Charming Christmas quilt is it's super easy, it's completely free, and we have 2 size options. So make sure to get your free pattern at Fat Quarter Shop, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.